It's the Kansas City Royals going up against the Chicago White Sox. First pitch coming your way next. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi, and you got to love a Game 7, especially with a trip to the World Series on the line, Chris.
Yeah, and the heat's turned up all the way tonight, Boog. The pressure's never higher than in a Game 7, and the pennant's on the line in this one. So it's a matter now of which team can handle it better, which team can put the nerves aside and play clean baseball one play at a time.
Yeah, it's got to be hard to stay in the moment knowing the World Series is just one win away. The stakes are sky high. I've had players tell me the highest level of pressure in the playoffs is in the LCS, not the World Series. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Getting the nod for Game 7 on the mound, Drew Thorpe. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Obviously, there's a lot of pressure in this ball game, but important just to try to diffuse that. Take your deep breaths, step off the mound, do whatever you need to do to get yourself in a position. I wouldn't try to get all the strikeouts early. Get the defense involved in this ball game, see if they can get you through a few innings, and then find that groove.
All right, ready to get underway. Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals. One pitch and one out. Take a look at the lineup.
Batting second, shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
And now it's Bobby Witt Jr.
Nope, that's down.
Witt with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time, Boog, and he's no exception. He's too good to struggle much longer, though.
Hey!
I'd expect him to turn it around soon.
The 1-1. Rips one to right. 2 up, 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 outs, base is empty. And next up for the Royals, Vinny Pasquantino. Singing in Game 7, you're talking about the heart of the order, the big-time players. This is one of the guys that they need to come through with a big performance.
Yeah, and when you come into this situation,
he takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Time for the White Sox to go to work. No score. This is the American League Championship Series on the show. Back at right field and getting the nod for Game 7 on the hill, Cole Reagans. What do you have on him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Chase Maidra steps to the plate for the White Sox. Yeah, that's fouled off. There's a line drive to left field. 1 up, 1 down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Singy, we're looking at a young lineup here. Not much experience, but they're going to bring a lot of energy to the field.
Yeah, and that's just it, Boog. We expect this lineup to play hard no matter what. They are an exciting group to watch.
So up next for Chicago, Munetaka Murakami. Big-time power.
Ball, that's outside.
The 1-0. Swings through that one out in front that time.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
1-2 now. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
2 down, nobody on. Backed off the plate that time.
Outside, that's a ball.
Well, and those hitters' counts sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
2-2 now. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. We played an inning. No score. The decisive 7th game of this American League Championship Series. Top of the 2nd, Salvador Perez steps in for the Royals. Right through there for a strike. Let's talk about great individual postseasons. One that really sticks out to me is Ricky Henderson in 1989. He hit .441 with 3 homers and 11 stolen bases,
that's off the plate,
leading Oakland to a World Series championship. The 1-1.
Man, when I think about great postseason performances, hard to top Carlos Beltran in 2004. 8 homers and 6 steals in 12 games with the Houston Astros. He didn't even get to play in the World Series that year.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know, they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Here's the thing. Low. Out towards right center field. Gets under it. And there's 1 down.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
1 out, man at first. Jonathan India, the next to hit. Rudder takes off. And right back to the mound. Throws to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. Now the left fielder, Isaac Collins. In the air out towards right center. Peters on the move. And that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Edgar Carroll. Swing and a foul out of play.
A little tardy on that fastball. He's going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
That pitch clips the outside corner. That's strike 2. Ravens, a former All-Star, 28 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2016.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
And that one almost hit him. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's the third baseman, Colson Montgomery. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The 0-1. Nothing here in the bottom of the second. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Stepping in, number 7. He swings and fouls one off. That clips the corner.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you'd have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Jackknifes out of the way. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. We'll move to the third with no score.
Now pitching for the
We're back to start the third, and there's a new arm on the mound, Jose Quijada. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Well, here we go, top of the third, scoreless game.
This guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
The 1-0. Swing and a pop-up. 1 away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
So digging in, Gavin Cross. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. The 0-1. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
third baseman, Michael Garcia.
So the Royals batting order turns over. Michael Garcia getting ready to hit. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. Out towards right center field. Peters on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Home half of the third coming up. No score. The decisive 7th game of this American League Championship Series. Bottom of the inning, Tristan Peters steps to the plate for the White Sox. Makes the catch. 1 down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Now it's going to be Sam Antonacci out to short. Witt over to first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
Nice center fielder, Derek Hill.
So up next for Chicago, Derek Hill. Bunting, but that's a foul ball. Fastball for a strike. Still tied at 0. Last. The third.
That's ball 2.
On the ground, right side. Wide throw,
No, he's in
pulls
there.
him off the bag, and the inning still alive.
Next for the White Sox, the shortstop, Chase Mydron.
Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Chase Mydron. He's 0 for 1. Runner on the go. There's a ball. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for 1 run, trying to apply some pressure, and that's exactly the case right here. Speed on the bases, put him in motion, and it worked out. Now time to execute in the batter's box.
Man on second, 2 down.
No, that's down.
Now fly ball to right center. He's got it, and that is that. 1 error in the inning, but nothing more. 3 innings are complete now in Game 7. No score. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show.
Now pitching for the White
Welcome
Sox.
back, and now on the mound to start the 4th, Jonathan Cannon. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. 0 for 1 so far.
Bobby Witt Jr.
Hey!
Sliced hard, but foul.
That's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Here's a 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. Got him. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
So up next, Vinny Pasquantino. Here's your 1. And that one hammered. Just missed it.
Next for the Royals, catcher, Salvador
That's a
Perez.
really nice job right there. Great awareness, making the catch up against the wall. You see the perfect technique, feeling for the wall with the bare hand while keeping his eyes on the baseball as it's coming down, his glove in a good position to make the catch. That's exactly how you do it.
2 down, nobody on. You're in Game 7 of the ALCS. And another ball. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The count 2-1. Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that will end the inning. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Back here on the south side, bottom of the 4th, Munetaka Murakami. To the plate for the White Sox. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
You know, these White Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Strike 2.
Ball, that's out.
Caught him looking for the K. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Miguel Vargas digs in now. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
That's a ball.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Up next for the
Smash
White
that one
Sox.
through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Edgar Carroll steps to the plate for the White Sox. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Over to first, and he saved. That's outside. Ball one. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. That's in for a strike. Tag save. The throw from Perez too late.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
Man at second. Fouled off. He was late. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Fires to first in time. Vargas up to third on the wild pitch.
Definitely a strikeout situation right there, and he got it. You do not want him to put the ball in play and want to strand that runner at third. Now all he needs is one more out to get it. Doesn't have to be a strikeout this time since now they're 2 outs.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Colson Montgomery will hit next. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. The White Sox with a chance to score first. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Hard hit, base hit. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Love how he just kept it simple there. Didn't come out of his mechanics. Nice tight swing, hard hit ball.
2 outs, runner on first. Now it's the second baseman. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And here is Tristan Peters. He's 0 for 1.
Ball one.
Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And now it's even 1-1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. In the air, left side. Collins under it. That is the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 1-0 ball game. This is the American League Championship Series on the show.
Now pitching for the
We're
White
back,
Sox.
and there's a new arm in the mound to start the 5th. Chris Murphy.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Flied out his first time.
Nathaniel Lowe.
Inside,
Nope, that's
just
inside.
missed.
Well, these Royals, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats. And I I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They haven't run a single count full in this ball game, and that's just wild to me. That stat alone shows they're making it way too easy to get them out.
To the right side, and that one handled. Whips it to first. One away here in the fifth.
Up next for the Royals, second baseman Jonathan India.
Jonathan India at the plate. Grounded out his first time up. Foul ball there.
This is the time you have to pull out every trick in your bag. They know the season is over with the loss. Things aren't looking great right now, but they're still in striking distance. They need to get something going real soon.
And a swing and a miss there. The Royals down by a run here in Game 7 of the ALCS. Line drive, and there's a hit. And they had their first hit since the second inning.
Great recovery in this one. Early in the count, he looked lost, but finished strong with a nice line drive.
So digging in, Isaac Collins. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Tying run is at first, and we're at the top of the fifth.
Ball. Lay off that pitch down.
Bounced up the middle. My drop to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. First and second, one out. Cedric Mullins steps in for the Montgomery. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Here on the south side, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Sam Antonacci. Steps to the plate for the White Sox. Liner snagged at first.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Derek Hill. And a bunt towards third. To first, out on a bang-bang play. So they had decided to challenge the play, and now it's up to the replay umpires in New York to make the call. Here's one more look, Singy. You think they're going to overturn it? I kind of do.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance as well. I mean, the more I look at these different angles, the more I'm becoming convinced that he actually beat the throw. So it's turned out to be a pretty good challenge.
The decision's been made, and he's safe. So they overturn the call, and they get it right by taking a chance with a challenge. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup, Chase Maidra, the next to hit. Swinging a foul straight back. Maidra goes 5 feet 9 inches, 190 pounds. Usually a second baseman, but today starting at shortstop.
Well, some people think this is no big deal, but I think when you consider the longer throw, the fact that you've got to be able to...
There goes the runner. Pitch is high. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to give extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
Move to second. Hill back on a dive. Man at second. And that is out of play. Line drive, base. And Hill coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Here's some real power at the plate. Munetaka more. Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw, tag, out. What a throw by Salvador Perez. Check swing. He went. That is strike 2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. That completes the strikeout, inning over. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And it's 2-zip. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.